Imagine two people with exactly the same skills. Both know their craft, both work effortlessly. But why does one get ahead whilst the other stays stuck? The difference isn't talent or effort, it's mental patterns that control every action, every decision, and every opportunity. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how high performers think, and you'll start to think the same way. Think about it. Millions of people are insanely skilled, world-class coders, people that are great salespeople that bring in massive deals, brilliant strategists and thinkers, but some get ahead whilst others don't. Only a tiny fraction earn massive incomes. Why is that? It's because performance is skill multiplied by psychology. You can have a genius level skill set, but a negative mental system will turn it into zero results. That's the invisible ceiling. Soft skills are often called nice to haves. The truth is that they are the hardest, most valuable systems that you can master. And the best part is you can consciously upgrade them. Let's start with one that defines every action, the identity system. High earners start here, their identity. Low earners define themselves by effort. I work hard. They trade time for money. They believe success is formed by effort. They believe value is a result of hours, not their impact. High earners define themselves by their results. I solve problems. Value drives decisions, confidence, and pricing. Identity isn't tied to a job title, it's tied to the change that you create. For example, a junior person in marketing. They go in every day and they think, I'm just a junior, I'm still learning. But then one day they change their mindset and they believe, I am able, I can take charge. People should listen to me because I have value to offer and I create change for the business that I work on. In turn, they become more influential, drive better results and earn more and get promoted. Identity transforms actions. Stop describing yourself by title or tasks. Describe yourself based on the value that you create. Write it down, say it out loud, and live it. Low earners price by effort, high earners price by value. That's the value system. If you solve $1 million project, your value should reflect that. It's not about the hours that it took. Low earners fear being greedy or overcharging, and that reduces their ability to charge for the value that they create. High earners don't see their fee as a cost. They see it as an investment in the outcome that the person wants to achieve. They focus on economic value, not time. I work in advertising, and I once doubled my revenue that I brought in to the agency by showing the clients the amount of revenue that we can drive them if they trusted my approach. The result was that the clients happily paid the additional fee because the results spoke for themselves. What's the revenue you've generated? What are the costs you've saved? What is the amount of time that you've freed up? This becomes the psychological baseline for how you price for your time. High earnings are linked to taking smart risks. Low earners see risk as a failure. Starting for a business, asking for a raise, or launching an ambitious project feels risky. High earners see risk differently. There's a cost to inaction. Doing nothing and staying in mediocrity is far riskier than trying and failing. I'm just starting this YouTube channel. And I do think, what if it doesn't work out? But why not? Why not try and fail? And in the meantime, I'm actually really enjoying it and I'm learning great new skills in the process. So it's worth a try. Identify a high leverage action you're avoiding. Calculate the cost of inaction over the next 3 years and let that perspective drive your approach. People aim for marginal improvements, but high earners look for multiples of improvements. Linear thinking is working more hours or making small little improvements. Leverage thinking is building teams, products, content, new ways that multiply the opportunity. I know a personal trainer who used to do one-on-one classes. And then when COVID hit, she started to create an online channel and she could create content for thousands of people to do her classes. This was leverage thinking, right? And the result here was that she drove massive multiples of revenue and she became really rich over a very short period of time just because she approached it in terms of leverage thinking. Take your main skills, interests, or outputs and think, how can I 100x the outcome with, say, 10x of the effort? That's leverage thinking. Think big, scale, complexity. Leverage is your friend. Low earners identify with results. I failed means I'm a failure. Shame, defensiveness, retreat. High earners separate identity from outcomes. They view failures as data. Every critique is a lesson. Make sure your ego doesn't block progress. Ensure you use your failures to learn. I once worked for an entrepreneur and he lost some business. He was struggling to scale it. And then he approached it a new way. He realized where his failures were coming from. And he realized that actually by building a tech platform, the opportunity that he was creating was much more scalable. He went on and did that. He got the investment, brought in a team of developers, and created a tech platform that made him a millionaire very quickly. His feedback became his fuel. Next time you suffer a rejection or a failure, write 3 lessons. Use it as an opportunity to improve. Use it as a masterclass for your own success. Let's recap the 5 psychological systems. Change your identity. You are not just a worker, you are a strategic partner. In terms of value, price by impact, not hours. In terms of risk, fear inaction more than failure. When you're thinking of scale, move from linear thinking to leverage thinking. How can you operate in multiples of 10 or 100? And when thinking about feedback, every time you suffer a setback, use it as data, the best lesson you'll ever get, and don't take it as a judgment on you. Skills are your engine. Psychology is your fuel at the steering wheel. If you don't rewire your systems, you won't win the race. If this gave you a fresh framework to smash your income ceiling, give it a like and a subscribe. It really helps to grow the channel. And more high leverage, psychology and wealth building opportunities are coming. And please let me know in the comments, which of these 5 systems are currently holding you back the most. I'll see you in the next video.